Hello, my dear friends. Today is June. We're in June and we're doing our summer reset. That's going from really sloppy habits in our home to really tightening them up. We're going to start today with Zone 1, which is the entryway. And I'll be going through the details of that with you in just a minute. Before I do, I want to make an announcement that my live videos are now on Patreon at A Better Life with Kat at patreon.com. So if you want to be part of those live chats, come on over to Patreon. Okay, you can get a membership for $6.50 a month. You can have a video 5 days a week that reminds you of what to do that day, Monday through Friday. For those of you who are payroll homemakers, I also talk about what to do on the weekend. So it's a good idea just to listen every morning while you're getting your makeup on, while you're driving to work or whatever, to set your mind for the day. Okay, here we go into Zone 1, the entryway. First of all, let me define entryways. Entryways aren't just the foyer, the front hall closet. It's also the front door itself, outside and inside, the doorbell, the outside on the patio if you have a porch or patio and you've got a ceiling up there. There's spider webs, cobwebs that get up there. There's wasps' nests. There's things we need to clean out. There's the actual porch itself, whether it be a small little stoop or a nice big porch. We need to get that in order. So it needs to be cleaned. We need to go through our pots and our flowers. We need to take care of our furniture, clean the windows, the wall, the doorbell, etc. There's the actual sidewalk that goes up to your front porch or stoop. The steps. In the back, we've got maybe a sliding glass door that needs to be cleaned. We've got a patio out there maybe, or a deck or whatever that needs to be taken care of. We've also got inside of the sliding glass door and inside of the front door, like I mentioned before, the foyer. We might also have a door to the garage. And outside, when you open that garage door from the house to the garage, there may be all kind of sports equipment, children's things, your husband's shoes, etc. Those need to be cleaned up. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about entryways. Some of you may live in an apartment with a single entry and not even a back patio or a back deck, and you just have one entry. Then it will be a lot less work for you. But that's okay. Whatever it is, it's home sweet home, and we want it to be pretty and clean and inviting. So let's start with Zone 1, the entryway. First thing we want to do is declutter. Sometimes there may be so much clutter that you can't get it done in a week of 4 15-minute units in a week. So you're just going to work for 15 minutes, my at-home homemakers. Payroll homemakers, you can work for 1 hour on a Saturday, for example. That might not be enough. You may have to revisit that the next month and the next month before it's all decluttered. Once it's decluttered, then we can deep clean. You can't deep clean clutter. It's too hard. So let's talk about clutter. What kind of clutter will you find in the entryways? Well, first of all, let's talk about inside the house. There's trash, just plain old trash. So you're always going to have a trash bag with you to put the trash in that you find. There may be paper clutter. Maybe this is the place, maybe you've got a foyer table and you lay the mail there every day. That needs to be put together, gone through, and gotten rid of the things that are trash. And in the future, as you put things there, even if there's already a bunch of paper, don't add to it with more. Go through your mail when you first get it and say, that's trash, that's trash, that's trash, that's trash. That's worth looking at. Put that in your inbox or whatever. Paper. So we're going to get rid of the paper. Or maybe you want paper to be there for a week at a time, and on your action item day, you're going to deal with those papers that require action. But if you've got a lot of trash mixed in with your paper, you're going to need to put that in a separate group of papers and do your paper clutter, which is 1 inch a day, going through it, getting it cleaned out, and finding action items. All right, so let's go forth from there. We might have boxes in the entryway. Maybe you've just stored some stuff there. Maybe you live in an area that has an Arctic room or an ante room before you come into the house, and you've got some things that are collected in there. So we want to go through those boxes. We want to fold up any boxes that are empty and put them in the recycling. There, a lot of times in entryways, there are shoes and clothes. So we want to go through that and determine, do we want shoes to be collecting here? Is this a place where you want to keep for the summer maybe a pair of sandals and a pair of flip-flops, maybe in the winter a pair of snow boots or heavy boots or rain boots or whatever, one or two things per person in a special container for the entryway. So you have to make a decision whether it stays or goes. But if you've got 40 pairs of shoes there, and I have had clients who've had at least that many for just themselves because it just all ended up there, we're going to go through those and determine, are they something we love, need, use, want, and have room for? They fit us, they're comfortable, they go with everything, we love them. Are they worn out and trash? We need to throw them away. Or are they something you just aren't going to wear anymore? You forgot you had them and you want to give them away so somebody can get some use out of them. So we're going to need, besides a garbage bag for the garbage, we're going to need a paper box. That's for giveaway. And we're going to need a laundry basket. That's for put away. So when you're going through and you say, okay, I'm keeping these 5 pair of shoes, these 4 pair are going to be given away, and these 2 pair are going in the garbage. And then I'm going to let these others remain here by the door per person. So that would be decluttering your shoes. Your clothes are the same way. Maybe you have winter coats that are still hanging there. Maybe you have summer sweaters. Whatever it is, you have to determine if this hook set that you have is supposed to stay empty and just be used for a moment, or do you always want an umbrella hanging there? Do you always want a raincoat there? Do you always want a sweater there? Whatever you determine is best for your home, that's what you do that right now. So you're going to go through, if it's clothing that you wear, but it needs to be put away, you're putting it in your basket to take it when you're done. All right, so besides that, we have junk, just junk. What else do you have here? Let's say you have a dog's leash here. Maybe you really want the dog's leash on your hook. Well, then put it on the hook. But the dog's medicine, does it belong here? No, it doesn't. Being organized means putting like things together. So all of your dog supplies need to be in one place. Determine where that is and keep the dog supplies together so that when you need them, there they are. There's the dog shampoo, there's the ear drops, there's his allergy medicine, etc. There's his leash, okay, things like that. His little sweater for the cold weather. All right, and then we're going to go to porch clutter. So we're going to go look on the front porch and see, is there clutter on the front porch? Do we have dead plants, empty pots, full pots, trashy weeds growing in our plants? You know, what do we need to do to make that look pretty? Because all the difference in the world is when you get rid of trashy looking things and you clean it up. It doesn't have to be loads of things. It doesn't have to be the most expensive things. A simple little flower in a pot can look very nice, but 3 pots with dead flowers looks pretty bad. Okay, so determine what you want to keep. Also, if you have porch furniture or deck furniture, has it mildewed? Do you need to clean it? Or is it time to put the cushions out if you put them away in the winter? What's the best way to take care of the furniture? Do you need to spray something with Rust-Oleum? Is it rusted and awful looking, but it's still a serviceable piece? You know, so we want to really look and see, what can we do? Maybe you can't do it all. Maybe it's something you might ask your husband, or tell your husband how much you would love it if that piece was pretty again, and if he could just fix it for you, that would be great. Or if you can do it, if you're handy, you know, that's what you're going to do. We're also going to take care of not just the porch furniture and the plants, but the actual entryway. When someone walks up to your front door, is the door clean? Are there handprints around, or smudgy dark spots around the doorknob? If it has a glass insert, is that smudgy or gross, or does it have dirt in the corners or cobwebs? We want to clean that. What about your doorbell? Many times I would go to have been to a doorbell of somebody I don't know very well, but I've gone to their home to press the doorbell, and it's got a big crack where it's just been punched a billion times. And that's easy and inexpensive to replace. Or maybe it's just dirty and yuck, and I don't really want to ring it, right? So we want to clean it off. Is there a window onto your porch from the house? Let's clean it on the outside. Clean the windowsill and the windows. So there's lots of things you can do to take care of your outside. Let's see if I have anything else here. Furniture, pots, flowers, plants. Oh, sweeping. Sweep or blow. If you have a blower, you know, a leaf blower, you can blow it off or sweep it off. the front porch. Make sure that the mat is good and serviceable. It actually works, the front door mat. Shake it out and put it back. If it's rotten, if it's fallen apart, one of those coconut mats that have started to fall apart, it's time to think about replacing that. And then also on the inside, you may have flooring, like the front foyer may need to be mopped, or if it's carpeted, a really good vacuum during this time, or clean the baseboards, etc. All right, that's it for today. That's just to get you started on your entryways. I hope you really tighten up for this summer reset and follow your plan of working your routines, or what I call rituals: morning, noon, evening. We've got the rituals, that you are doing your zone work, and the zone is the entryway, so that's what we're working on this week, and that you're doing your basic weekly plan. On Monday, you do weekly home blessing hour, or if you're a payroll, you do that Saturday morning. On Tuesday, you take a free day. On Wednesday, you have planning and desk day. My payroll homemakers can do that Sunday afternoon. On Thursday, you run your errands, you buy your groceries, etc. Payroll, you can do those during the week, on your lunch hour, on your way to and from work, or if you work from home, finding some time at the beginning or end of the day to run your errands or have your groceries delivered, etc. And that is it. Oh, car and purse. Car and purse is easy peasy if you do it every week. Clean out your purse and go get all the stuff out of your car that doesn't belong in there. That would be Friday. Even for payroll, you can do that in the morning or on your way home, or even on your lunch hour. If you're in a parking lot close to your work and it's shady and nice, you can go out there with a garbage bag and get the trash out of your car. If you do that every week, you'll get to the point where you'll say, gosh, I'm not going to leave this stuff in my car. It looks so nice. I'm just going to take it while I'm getting gas and put it in the garbage can here. Or I'm going to bring this in the house and throw it away. Or I'm going to bring this into the office and put it in my garbage can. Or I'm going to make sure my children don't leave their things in the car every time. It makes it such a mess. All right, you'll love your car and you'll love your purse when they're streamlined and clean. That's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you always remember to be beautiful, because you are beautiful.